So look over here. So today we'll start a real number. Clear? So before starting real number, we must know the basic concepts of the number that we have already know in the lower classes. Clear? So that is also very important. Clear? So look over here. The first thing, a number. Suppose any number, clear, is divided into actually what? Two parts. Clear? Two parts. One is a real number. Clear? One is a real number. Another one is known as an imaginary number. Clear? Another is known as a imaginary, also known as a complex number. Clear? So simple. If there is a under root part whose under root part is negative, so under root of 5, under root of -5, clear? Or clear, under root of here -4. So it is not -2. I'll show you the reason. If you think that under root of -4 can be written as a -2, so we know that square root and the square is a reciprocal, is just the opposite process. So if we square this one, you should get -4, but you are getting +4. Yes or no? Clear? So that's why under root of -4 is not the -2. So wherever you see under root part is a negative, that implies that what? This is what? This is a imaginary. So this one you learn in the class 11. Clear? So let's forget about the imaginary. So you just have to identify which is imaginary and which is your real number. Now main part is a real number. Clear? So in real number, again a real number is divided into two categories. Clear? Two categories. One is a rational number, another one is a irrational number. Clear? So a rational number is that number which can be written in the form of p by q, which can be written in the form of p by q. Clear? P by q, which can be in the p by q, but remember that q should not be equals to 0. So that any number that can be written in the form of p by q is a rational number, and definitely which cannot, its opposite is what? Irrational number. Clear? So opposite a irrational number. For example, here root what? Root 3, root 2, all whose under root values is unknown, that is all is what? Irrational number. But make sure that pi is also irrational number. Okay, this is very very important, because everybody think that a pi is 22/7, then how it can be irrational? Yeah, it is confusing. Yes or no? Because 22/7 is a, it is can be written as a what? P by q. Sub, it is not accurate value. 22/7 is a your assumption values only. It is not it is a approximate value, remember that. Clear? That's why if you see in your school only, that is you see the pi values, it is goes on. It never stops. 3.11 in the, yeah, it is printed. So that's why pi is a irrational. You cannot write actually in the form of p by q. That's why pi is a irrational number. Remember. Clear? One thing. Next. Now again a rational number is divided into actually two parts. Look over here. Again the rational number is divided into two parts. One is a integer. Clear? Another one is known as a fractional number. I hope you know the fractional number. 2 by 3. Clear? Then 0.5. This decimal number are all fractional number. Clear? So that means a rational number is divided in two categories. Fractional number 2 by 3, 0.5, 2.3, like this one. Where integer is a perfect number that we plot in the graph. Clear? So integer means, clear up to here, in doubt? So I'll make over here. Okay, so look over. So now look over here, real number. Clear? Here is a real number. Now real number is divided into how many part? Two part. One is a rational number. Clear? Rational number which can be written in the form of p by q, where q is not equals to 0. Another one is which cannot be written in the form of p by q. Clear? Again a rational number is divided into the two part. Clear? Two part. One is a integer. Clear? Another one is a fractional number, also known as a decimal number. Fractional number. Let's write 2 by 3, 0.5, like this one. Where integer is plus minus 1, plus minus 2, so on, and 0 including. Clear? Now again this integer is divided into two part, three part. Remember that. Clear? Three part. Integer is one is a negative integer. One is negative integer, another one is positive integer, and another one is zero integer. Remember that zero is neither positive nor negative. आपका ये clear? So now a positive integer means that 1, 2, 3, 4. That is actually also known as a, this is, you can write this as a what? Natural number also, dear. Because a positive integer is a natural number, because we know that a natural number is 1, 2, 3, 4 positive one. Clear? So natural number and the positive integer are same. Clear? Remember that 0 is not a positive, neither it is negative. Now if we add 0 and integer, positive integer, it become whole number. Yes or no? It become whole number. So you should know the branches of the your number actually. Clear? So one main part is, suppose, listen carefully, if they say non-negative, if you say non-negative integer, listen carefully, non-negative, you have to delete this only. Non-negative implies, it does not imply non-negative implies only positive. Non-negative implies positive also, 0 also. This is very important, because everybody think that non-negative means positive. No, non-negative means except non-negative other integer. It implies 0 integer also positive. Similarly, if non-positive they say, then it implies negative also, 0 also. Any doubt? Okay. So next part. So look over. And one more thing, I hope you know prime number. Clear? So you should know the prime number definition. Prime number, what is the actual prime number definition? A number which has how many factors? Only 2 factors. Yeah, 2 factor. Remember that. A prime number has a 2 factor always. Clear? Prime number has 2 factor. 1 and itself. Remember that. Like 2 as a factor, 1 and itself. Never ever says prime number has 1 factor. No, prime number has a 2 factor. Clear? 1 and itself. And remember that it should be distinct. That is also important. It should be distinct. 1 and 2, that is different. Yes or no? Everybody think that, sir, prime number is that number which is divisible by itself. It is not the itself only. No. Then 1 is also prime number then, according to that definition. But 1 is neither prime nor composite, because the 1 has, if you think that's a 1 as a 1 and itself number, so it is not distinct there. It is same. That's why 1 is neither prime nor composite. Am I clear? Okay, that means 1 is neither prime nor composite, because of the reason that 1 does not has how many? 2 distinct factor, 1 and itself. Am I clear? Composite is just the opposite. Even, I hope you all know, even is the number which is divisible by 2. 0 is also even number. The smallest even number, if they say, that is a 0. Non-negative. Clear? Any doubt? 2 is not the even number, smallest. Remember that. Yeah, 0 is the smallest. Here, even number. Yeah, non-negative if they say, then non-negative. Listen carefully. So simple thing you must understand. Non-negative means leave it negative, then you have to start from 0. Am I clear? If they say smallest positive here, suppose positive, then it is 2. Yes. So be careful. Am I clear? Yeah, if they say, suppose a smallest positive integer, suppose smallest even positive integer, positive if they say, then definitely 2. Don't mention, no, they definitely mention the positive, no, smallest positive, or they will mention smallest even natural number, they mention easily. Yeah, definitely either natural number or positive, even natural number. Clear? Any doubt? Okay, now next part. Okay, so look up, before starting the year this one, so you should know what factors. Clear? Factors and multiples. Clear? Suppose if I write a number, dear, 12. Clear? If I write a number 12, So here I am writing a factor and the multiples, because without understanding this, you won't understand the HCF and LCM actually. Clear? So factor means that number which divides this number. Factor means that number which divides the 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12 itself. Any doubt? Okay. But the multiples means that will start from your table. That 12 1, 12, 12 2, 24 that is. So 12, 24, 36 it goes on. Any doubt up here? So can we say that any number is the smallest factor is what? 1. Smallest factor is 1. Am I clear? Any number, smallest factor is always 1. And its largest factor is itself. Number itself. Yes or no? Prime important part. Listen carefully. Factor is always less than equals to number. Yes or no? नंबर से कभी बड़ा होता है फैक्टर? नहीं होता है. तो ये चीज याद करना है. क्यों? क्योंकि एचसीएफ एंड एलसीएम का वर्ड प्रॉब्लम में काम लगेगा आपको. सो रिमेंबर दैट फैक्टर इज ऑलवेज लेस देन इक्वल्स टू नंबर. वर्ड प्रॉब्लम समझने में इजी रहेगा. क्लियर? वेयर इज मल्टीपल? सो व्हाट इज द स्मॉलेस्ट मल्टीपल? Yeah, smallest multiple is number itself. But what is the biggest multiple? Largest? You cannot find, cannot be determined. Unpredictable. It goes on. Cannot be determined. Am I clear up here? Okay. Can we say that a multiple is always greater than equals to number? Yes or no? Dear, check it. You see, each and every multiples are. This is very helpful. Remember the last note is very helpful to identify when to apply HCF and when to apply LCM during what problem. Clear? Okay. So now, listen carefully. This one. No problem. I'll send you the PDF, dear. Clear? Look over it. Now the first is the fundamental theorem of arithmetic. This theorem also you have to remember, okay? Because sometimes they might give you the whole statement, clear, and there should be a certain order missing. It should be in MCQ. Clear? So look over. So every composite number can be expressed as a product of what? Prime. Clear? And remember that this factorization is unique, or it is very easy language. You can say that every composite number can be uniquely expressed as a product of prime. That is also the short form. Simple. Uniquely expressed. For example, as I hope you know the prime factorization. Suppose if I do the prime factorization, that means you have to do the prime with prime number only. So 2, yes or no? Then 6, then 2, 3. So 12 can be written as a 2 square into 3. Am I clear up to here? So whether you will do the prime factorization of the 12 or your friend will do, they both get the same answer. So that is why it is written as a unique. Every composite number can be uniquely expressed. Any doubt? Okay, now listen carefully. Now look over it. Suppose the HCF means, now look over common factor. Once again, just give me a time here. Up here, any doubt if this one factors and multiples? No. Okay, now listen carefully. So HCF means what? Highest common factor. So what comes as a common? So when there is a common, when we will take at least 2 element, then only we can compare. Yes or no? So for example, if I take a 12 here and the 36, suppose. Clear? Clear? So if I take a 12 and 36, so or better I'll take a small number. Okay? 12 and suppose 4. So 12 and 4. So what is a factor? First write down the all factor. What is a factor? 1, 2, 3. No. What is a factor? Factor, dear. I'm writing factor. Forget about that prime factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. And what is a here factor? 1, 2 and 4. Yes or no? I'm giving a basic approach. Clear? So that your base will be strong. So what is a common factor actually? So common factor is this, this and this. Yes or no? Common factor. But what is the HCF full form? Highest common factor. Out of this, which is highest? 4. This is how HCF comes. Clear? So highest common factor. But there is more common factor, but out of them, which is the highest? So next is here, we know that multiple. What is a multiple? So 12, 24. What is a multiple? 12, 24. Then here 36, so on. And its multiple is 4, 8, 12. Isn't it? 16, 20, 24. So there will be a more multiple. So this is a common multiple. Yes or no? This 12 is common multiple 24. But what is the LCM means? Lowest common multiple. So that's why it is 12. This is a basic approach. Clear? So now listen carefully now. Clear? So this is, you know very well. So whenever the HCF, that means if there is no common factor except 1, because 1 is a common factor always. Clear? So if the HCF of the AB is 1, then we'll call that as a co-prime. Clear? Okay, now HCM and LCM by prime factorization method, as you know very well. So when you do the prime factorization method, for example, 12 prime factorization is this, and let's we'll do the 16 prime factorization as a 2, 8, then 2, 4, then 2, 2. Am I clear? So 16 can be written as a 2 to the power of 4. Am I clear? So while finding a HCF, remember that which is common prime factor, that first you'll write. So 2. Only 2 is a common prime factor first. Yes or no? 3 is not present. So you have to first write down this. In HCF finding, you have to write down the lowest power. So that is what I have mentioned over here. The product, HCF is a product of the smallest power of each common factor in the number. So whatever each common factor, that you'll write, and that is smallest power. Smallest power. Am I clear? So 2 square is 4. But now listen carefully. Why finding the HCF? How many prime factor? First write all. Here 2 is a prime factor, 3 is also a prime factor. Am I clear? First write all. Then you have to write down the highest. So highest is 4. 3 highest is 1 only. So isn't it? So 2 to the power of 4 is 16. And 16 into 3 is 48. That's what I am mentioned. Product of the greatest power of each prime. Remember that it is the common, but it is each prime. Am I clear? Any doubt? Okay. You know how to find out this. Yes. In LCM, you have to take each and every prime first. Each and every prime. So what is prime present here? Prime number 2 and 3. So write 2 and 3. No, it should not be common, dear. If there is a 2 and 3, what is a prime factor here? Available prime factor 2 and 3. Throughout whole in this part 2 and 3. So if in 2, what is the highest power of 2? 4. You have to have. What is the highest power of 3? 3. That's it. Am I clear? So we'll do more question. Don't worry. Yeah, this is just the. Yes. Yes. All the prime factors. But in HCF, only the common one. It should be present in each and every cases. Is lowest power. We'll do many questions. Don't worry. Clear? Now the note. Remember that HCF always divide the number as well as LCM, because one question, MCQ question, comes from this concept. HCF always divides the number as well as HCF. For example, you will see here. What is the HCF here, dear? 4 divides 12 also. 4 divides 16 also. Number also, as well as 4 divides LCM also. 48 also. Very important. Must divide. Remember that. Clear? So next, this one, look over it. Now one more note for question. Look over. The largest number that will divide. Main part is here. That will divide. Just tell me which number can divide. A number can divide when the number is smaller. You cannot divide a 4 by 6. Clear? So when you need a number that will divide the other number, that should be the less. And the less means a what? HCF. Factor. That's why I have told you that here, this part. Note. This one. A factor is less than the number. So factor means HCF. Clear? So that is the reason. So small means factor. Remember, in mind you have to go in this way. Small, if I need anything smaller than that, it is a factor. Factor means I have to find out HCF. If I need more means a bigger means a multiple means I have to do for that question LCM. Am I clear? We'll do a lot of questions, then you can easily identify when to answer. Am I clear? But here leaving the remainder A and B and C. So remainder is extra thing. Remainder is actually what? Extra thing. For example, 7 divided by 2. What is the remainder? 1. 2, 3, 6. Remainder is 1. But if I delete this one, that remainder, that is a 6. Isn't it now the perfectly divisible? So that's why a remainder is actually the extra thing. So that's why what I am doing over here. So whenever a largest number that will divide, so we know that any number that will divide should be what? Less than the number. So definitely this question from HCF. Since you have to divide x, y, z, but according to the question it leaves some remainder. So we'll first delete that remainder. So I have to find out HCF of x minus a, then y minus b, and then z minus c. Why? Because when I subtract these values here, so that number should be perfectly what? Divisible. That's why I'm finding this. Am I clear? So whenever there is a remainder, I have to subtract this one. Any doubt? Clear? So next, now we'll proceed to our first question. Clear? So we're doing some questions here. So there is a 108, 120 and 252. So let's we find out the prime factorization. So 2, 5, 4, 2, 2, then 2, 7, 3. So 3, 9, 3, 3. Am I clear? Similarly, 120. Tell me, 260, 230. Keep on doing. 215, 3, 5. Clear? Okay, 252. 212, 224, isn't it? 26. 2, 26, 12, 23. 3, 3, 2, 6, 2, 1, 3, 7. Am I clear? Clear? So now, can we write 108 as a dear? 2 to the power of square and 3 cube. Okay. Then can we write 120 as a 2 cube and 3 into 5? Clear? And next is here 252 as a 2 square into 3 square. So, clear? So here the question is HCF, isn't it? So what I have told you, HCF is that prime factor's lowest power which is common. So it is 2 is also common and 3 is also common. It's lowest power, dear. So tell me the answer. 12. Very good. 12. Next one, LCM. Now you have to write down a 2, 3, a 3 square, and 5 and 7. Am I clear? Now I'll give you the tricks, okay, dear. So listen carefully, okay? Yeah. So always multiply in this way. What is a 2 cube, dear? 8. Yeah, 3 square, sorry. 3 square, no? Is there a cube? Where is a cube? Oh, yeah, there is a cube. Sorry, I missed this one. Yes, my mistake. Yes, 2 cube. Clear? So listen carefully. So look. So whenever you see 5, dear, clear? So always multiply this with the even number. So that will get 0 first. Isn't it 2? Clear? So what is a 2 cube, dear? 8 into 5. 40. Keep it as it is. Here is a 3 cube. So 3 cube is 27 into 7. Am I clear? In this way we'll do. So 5, if you see the 5 always first multiply with even. Don't multiply in this way directly, okay? It will take time. So always 5 multiply with even number, clear? So 7, 7, 49, carry 4, 7 to 14 and 189. Any doubt? So now 0 is the cases. Obviously 0 you don't have to, you have to multiply 4, 9, 36, carry 3, 4, 8, 32, 32 and 3 is 35. Clear? Carry 3, clear? 4, 1, 7, 5, 6, 0. Any doubt? Okay. Clear up here? Okay. Next. So this is the question. Find the exponent of 5 in the prime factorization. So now look over here. So if the question is exponent of 5, if the question is exponent of 7, whatever. So whenever this type of question comes dear, so only first divide by 5, whatever be the question values. Am I clear? So never ever what? Divide by other number. If they ask exponent of 5, you must write down what? Divide by only 5. Okay. So then stop only by 7, only by 7, only by 7, because we don't need a exponent of other factors. That is the reason. Clear? So 5 7 35 5 5 5 0. Again do it only 5 5 1 5 5 0 5 0 5 30, I think. Clear? Then 5 6, that's it. So you see the exponent of 5 is 4. Am I clear? So can we do another question in the same? So if the question is sum of exponents of all prime number in the prime factorization of same. Am I clear? If the question is this, then you have to divide thoroughly whole. But if the question is only find the exponent of 5, only divide by that number. Am I clear? So can we write this 2 and 3 dear here in this way? Clear? Then we can write a 3750 can be written as a 2 1, 3 is also 1, and 5 is 4. So what is the sum dear? So you have to add this by. Yes, the sum is 6. Clear? See the difference. If the question is sum of exponent, then you have to do all dear. But if the sum is only exponent of certain prime number, so only divide by that. Don't waste your time. Clear? So now look over it. So if the two positive integers a and b are written as this and b, so x and y, then the HCF. We know that if what is the HCF? HCF is x is low x and y both common prime and its lowest power. So lowest power of x is 1 here and lowest power y. So xy square is the answer. Clear? Any doubt? It's very easy. Any doubt up to here? So what is the LCM suppose in this question? Whenever this is 3 dear, you'll call x cube. When it is more, yeah, whenever it is more than cube, then we'll say x to the power. Otherwise square and cube we can normally cube. X cube, y cube. And when it is more than 3, then we'll use to the power. Clear? So look on next. So one more thing. Clear? So you must know the relation between HCF and LCM also. So HCF into LCM, if there is a 2 number, is equals to what? Product of 2 number. Clear? I forgot to mention this. So product of 2 number. But remember, this is only applicable for 2 number dear, not for 3. Clear? So now the product of the HCF and the LCM is 50. If one of the number is what? 10, then the other number is. So product is already given. So product is already given HCF into it. So one number is suppose 10. So what other number? Let's assume x. So this is a 5. Clear? It's very easy. Clear? This type of question you can do. So look over now. Here what? This one. The LCM of the two number is 2400. You know very well these questions also. Which of the following cannot be their HCF? And we know that the HCF must divide what? LCM. So let's check whether 2400 is divided by 300. Yes, it can be divisible 8 times. Yeah, 500 is the LCM. Kira, 400 also divides 600. So this is the answer. Clear? Any doubt? Important question. Listen carefully now. Here a and b are clear, two positive integers, such that the least prime factor of a is what? 3. So listen carefully, okay dear. So if a, when you do a prime factor, since least prime factor is 3, maybe there will be a other prime factor also dear. Maybe there is other prime factor. But we can say that a does not have 2 factor, yes or no? Because it is mentioned that the least prime factor is 3 dear. That means definitely a does not have 2 as a factor, yes or no? Similarly, a b has a least prime factor 5, then we can conclude that a b does not have a prime factor 2 and 3. Clear? So if the a and b both do not have 2 as a prime factor, so definitely this number is odd. because other prime factor is never be even. हाँ, आपका ये भी क्या है, आपका odd, ये नंबर भी क्या है आपका odd. Any doubt? Okay, now the question is then the least prime factor of a plus b, dear. So when you add this a plus b, so we know that when you add odd plus odd, you will definitely get even. Take any number, 3 plus 5 8, 3 plus 9 12. So even, so if it is even, so even is smallest prime factor is 2. Smallest prime factor is 2. Any doubt? Okay. No, you will not get a specific, but you can calculate odd. Even and even. Every time check. So look over, dear. Whenever you are confused in such things, so always take an example. That is the best way to learn. Take example. 2 plus 4, 6 even. Clear? So interesting. Again, this question. See there. This one. So x is what? Here, dear. X is what? 2 to the power of 5 into 7. Okay. And y is given as 2 square, 3 square into 5. And z is 3 to the power of n into 5 square. Clear? And LCM is given certain values, dear. Let's forget about this detail because you have to find out the n. Okay, this is the n. Am I clear? For the timing, let's forget about this one. So what is LCM here given? So here I am writing LCM with another color. Okay, LCM. So LCM is given 2 5, 3 to the power of 4, 5 square and 7. Any doubt there? Okay, now listen. If you are going to find out the LCM from this method, dear, so definitely you will get what? 2 power 5, yes or no, dear? Because when you are finding the LCM, you must write all prime factor. You know this rule. So this is maths, 7 is maths. 5 also we know that when you see this 5, so this is also square, yes or no? Yeah. What about 3? Because 3 is not present here and 3 square is only present here. And according to question, they say that the LCM contain 3 to the power 4. So definitely this should be 4. Otherwise LCM cannot be this answer. Check it. Okay. Listen here. Clear? Suppose according to question, they have mentioned that, clear, ki 3 power contain 4. So if 3 is not present here, then how you can put the 3? And again, if 3 is present here, so if this 3n values, if you think that, sir, it can be 1, then it should be 3 square. It should be 3 square because this highest power is this then. Am I clear this one? So if you think that this n is, sir, how it cannot be 2? So if it is 2, then also LCM can be what? 2, because this is a given one. So definitely this 4 come, the power of this 3, that is a 4, comes definitely from this, which is unknown variable is given. Am I clear? So this should be 4. Am I clear? Okay. Just tell me, forget about this point, okay? Forget about these values also, these values also. Just tell me now, what is the LCM? For here 2 I will write, 3 I will write, 5 I will write, 7 I will write. Yes or no? 2 highest power 5. You are agree? Forget about this yellow highlighted, yellow written, okay? So 3 highest power is 2, you will write. Yes or no? Is there 3 present in X, dear? No. You have written this 3 from where? Here. Am I clear? Am I clear? And in Z there is a 3 to the power of n, dear. What? In Z there is a 3 to the power of n. That means how you can write 3 square, dear? Definitely that means this n is more than 2. Yes or no? That's why they have written 4. Now clear? ये 4 कहाँ से आया होगा? बोलो ना ये 4, क्योंकि एलसीएम तो वो लोग दे दिया है, तो एलसीएम देने के लिए तो आपका ये 4 नहीं आएगा. अगर आप सोच रहे सर n कैन बी 1, सोचो. यस, क्लियर. हाँ, yes, because if you see, if you think that this n can value at n 1, तब तो हम तो बड़ा पावर लेंगे, तो बड़ा तो 2 है, फिर 2 होता है यहाँ पर आंसर पर, आपका तो एलसीएम में 4 बोल दिया, तो ये बड़ा पावर जो आया है वो ये अननोन से आया है, एन से, ये बोल रहे हैं। क्लियर? क्योंकि 3 तो यहाँ से नहीं आएगा ना, 3 नहीं है तो आपके पास, एक्स में कहाँ है 3, और वाई में और जेड में है, और वाई में भी फिक्स 3 है, आप कैसे बढ़ा सकते हो उसको, ये बोल रहे। क्लियर? तो ये सब क्वेश्चन आएगा ही। कुछ है डाउट अभी? अब डाउट है तो बोल लो। 4 होगा, क्योंकि आपके पास यहाँ 2 है तो इसका ही 4 होगा, इसीलिए ये 4 आया यहाँ पर। क्लियर? ओके नेक्स्ट देखो, क्या था क्वेश्चन आपका, द लार्जेस्ट नंबर विच डिवाइड्स, तो अब विच डिवाइड, जो नंबर इसको डिवाइड करेगा तो वो नंबर छोटा होना चाहिए, so it should be the smaller, and the smaller is a factor, and factor means HCF. So आपको दिया था, so you have to leave remainder this, so you have to find out what HCF of what 70 minus 5, remainder you have to subtract, and 125 minus 8. Am I clear? Any doubt? Now I'll give you the tricks, okay? Up to your clear, any doubt? So listen carefully. So how to deal, you don't have to find there, how to deal in exam quickly, how to respond with the answer. So HCF of these two number cannot be this, yes or no? How it can be more than this number HCF? This option is already invalid. So now it remains this. So now suppose if you think that sir HCF is this one, the 65 must divide this and 65 must divide this. How the last digit when it is 5 and it must divide the when 5? So definitely this is also wrong. This is the correct answer. You don't have to find also. This is a logical answer how to deal. That is very important. समझ में आया? क्लियर? ये तो नहीं हो सकता आपका रीजन, तो इतना बड़ा नंबर कैसे होता है, HCF तो छोटा नंबर, HCF का प्रॉपर्टीज क्या होता है, नंबर को दोनों को डिवाइड जाना चाहिए, तो 65 इसको जाएगा, इसको कैसे जा सकता है, क्योंकि आपका लास्ट डिजिट में 5 है। कैसे, अगर आप नहीं तो आपको पता है कैसे करना है, इसको प्राइम फैक्टराइजेशन करके लंबा प्रोसेस है। तो हम क्या ऑप्शन से, एनी डाउट? नेक्स्ट हियर, जस्ट टेल मी नाउ the ratio of the LCM and the HCF of the least composite and least prime number. Just tell me what is the least composite prime number? Composite least सबसे छोटा, सोच के, वेरी गुड 4, एंड द लीस्ट प्राइम नंबर बोला यहाँ पर। अब यहाँ पर कुछ भी अगर नहीं बोला है तो नंबर नेचुरल नंबर में लेना है, प्राइम नंबर लीस्ट इज 2, isn't it clear? So इसका let's we do the prime factorization, okay dear? So 2 square and this is 2 only, yes or no? So what is the LCM? LCM is 2 square, and what is the LCM? HCF 2 only, clear? So its ratio is 2:1, okay? Be careful because आंसर सब सामने है, 1:2 भी है, जो बोला है वो लिखना है। Am I clear? Clear? Just tell me now, same question, I am changing a least prime, I am changing all 2-digit number, okay dear? So what is the least composite 2-digit number? 2-digit now, 10 है, so इसका होगा 2 into 5, a least prime number 2-digit, prime number, prime 11 है। Am I clear? So clear? So what is the HCF dear? So HCF is 1. One more thing, note, consecutive number HCF is always 1. Consecutive, any consecutive number, take any consecutive number, that HCF is always 1. Yeah, take 15, 16, it's always 1. So 10 and 11 देखा ना, इसका HCF 1 होगा। तो LCM तो आपको पता है, सब लिखेंगे क्योंकि प्राइम नंबर दिख रहा है यहाँ, 2 into 5 into 10, okay, 11 है। Am I clear? So it is 110. So if the question is this one, so its answer is 110:1. Same question अगर होने से, clear? Now अब आपको देखो, If P and Q are natural number and P is a multiple of Q, then what is the HCF of P and Q? Quite confusing. कंफ्यूजिंग है. चलो सिखाते हैं कैसे डील करना है. जैसे आप अभी क्वेश्चन पूछा ना मुझे, सर हाउ वी कैन assume that even plus odd is always odd or something. So what I have given you the tricks. Always take a example. Clear? So more examples. So look, take a one value first, any number. Okay, clear? So look about it. Suppose if I am writing a 12 dear. Clear? If I writing a 12, so they are talking about what dear? Multiple. So इसका एक ठो मल्टीपल लिख दो, but don't write same number. Okay, other number your wish dear. अच्छा 24. So now read and frame the question accordingly. If P is a multiple of Q, yes or no? So that here which is a multiple of which dear? This one? Yes or no? So this is P, this is Q. Yes or no? You agree with this statement now? समझ में आया कैसे किया हम? इफ सोच रहे कि सर 12 क्यों नहीं लिया, छोटा नंबर नहीं, योर विज डियर, आप वो भी ले सकते हैं. सो P इज अ मल्टीपल ऑफ Q. अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट आप ये मल्टीपल है इसके, इसलिए P बना ये Q. आपको क्या ढूंढना है डियर? HCF. सो ये दोनों का HCF कैसे ढूंढेंगे? सो 12 को प्राइम करेंगे तो क्या आएगा? 2 क्यूब, 2 स्क्वायर इंटू 3, 3, yes or no? And 2 4 is 2 क्यूब इंटू 3. सो HCF तो आपका वही आ रहा है, 2 स्क्वायर इंटू 3, दैट इज 12 आ रहा है. सो 12 मतलब तो Q है, तो आंसर होगा Q. और एक चीज यहाँ देखो, इफ देर इज अ P एंड, क्लियर? सपोज देखिए यही क्वेश्चन है. सो P इज multiple of Q. So if you want to find out the HCF, so HCF is what? Smaller. HCF is smaller. Now tell me, this number is smaller or the multiple is smaller? Definitely number is smaller. Tricks. समझ में आ रहा है? फिर से बोलो. P is a multiple of Q. ये दोनों में कंपेयर करोगे, आपको HCF ढूंढना है. सोचो, माइंड ऐसे सोचो. HCF क्या होगा? बड़ा होगा कि छोटा वाला होगा? छोटा. मल्टीपल छोटा होता है कि नंबर छोटा होता है? हाँ, समझा? P इज अ मल्टीपल. ये मल्टीपल है क्योंकि मल्टीपल इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन इक्वल्स टू नंबर. सो नंबर तो ये है ना, ऐसे का याद करो, इजी हो. इसलिए हम बोला ना वो एक प्राइम है. फैक्टर इज ऑलवेज स्मॉलर एंड द मल्टीपल इज ऑलवेज बिगर. बहुत सारा क्वेश्चन में हेल्प करेगा. और एक चीज देखो, यहाँ देखो, ये क्वेश्चन देखो, सेम क्वेश्चन है. P is a multiple of Q. So this is a multiple dear and this of Q. So this is a number. Yes or no? You have to find out what? LCM. So LCM is bigger or smaller? Bigger. LCM means multiple means bigger. So ये bigger number bigger होता है कि multiple bigger होता है? तो ये आंसर है आपका. इजी हुआ ना? हाँ. ट्रिक्स अगर आपको करना है ऐसे करो. चलो ये दोनों में एलसीएम बोलो. एचसीएफ यही था ना क्वेश्चन, तो सेम है, खाली एलसीएम है. इसका एलसीएम बोलो. टू क्या मिला आपको? बोल ली 24 मिला. पी है ना, ये ना. समझा? जो मोटिव इज मल्टीपल इज बिगर एंड मल्टीपल बोलने से एलसीएम एंड द फैक्टर इज स्मॉलर. फैक्टर बोलने से एचसीएफ का क्वेश्चन में ऐसे करेंगे. ठीक है? कुछ डाउट है? क्लियर? फिर से सुनो, यहाँ मल्टीपल पी इज अ मल्टीपल ऑफ क्यू लिखा, सुनो ध्यान लगा गया. तो मुझे पूछा एचसीएफ. फिर से एक बार, एचसीएफ छोटा होता है कि बड़ा होता है? छोटा. अच्छा, मल्टीपल छोटा कि नंबर छोटा? हाँ बस. अब मुझे बोलो, नाउ टेल मी एलसीएम. नाउ विच इज LCM? LCM means bigger. A bigger number is bigger or multiple is bigger? Clear now? Quick approach. आंसर बोलिए। हम अभी अभी बोला, आपको नहीं बोलना पड़ेगा मुझे। चलो, क्लियर? ऑलवेज। नेक्स्ट, interesting one. 4-digit number which when divided by, very important, 4, 7 and 13 leaves a remainder 3 in each case. So you have to divide dear 4, 7 and 13. You should divide this. So if you have to find out the number which when divided by this all number, so if you divide that number by this all number, it should be bigger. हाँ, LCM होगा, ये है कि नहीं? But now listen carefully. हाँ, am I clear this one? Because आप इससे डिवाइड कर रहे हो, so वो नंबर थोड़ा बड़ा होना चाहिए, है कि नहीं? तभी तो डिवाइड होगा, नहीं तो कहाँ होगा? तो पहले आप एलसीएम निकालिए। रिमाइंडर का बाद का काम है, रिमाइंडर विल नॉट सब्ट्रैक्ट नाउ। नाउ व्हाट इज द एलसीएम डियर? एलसीएम इज 4, 7 and 13 ऑल आर प्राइम नंबर, दिस आल्सो प्राइम, देयर इज ऑल प्राइम दिख रहा है। सो 4, 7, 28 into 13. Am I clear? Or better you'll do in this way because you know the table of what? 7 and 4. Yes or no? So easy here. So I'll first multiply 7, okay? So 4 into 7, 321, carry 2, 91. Now 4, 1, 4, 4, 9, 36. Now any doubt? Now listen. If the question does not contain this dear, अगर ये contain नहीं करता, suppose, find the largest number which when divided by 4, 7 and 13 leaves the remainder left today. Which when divided by this खाली होता, suppose question. The answer is 364. Answer is 364. Am I clear? Any doubt? हाँ, हम क्या बोल रहे हैं आपको पहले सुनिए। फाइंड द नंबर विच इज एग्जैक्टली डिविजिबल ऑफ 4, 7 and 13 बोलता, तब आपका आंसर होता ये। Am I clear? But if the question is find the number which when divided this leaves a remainder 3, so remainder is extra 3, so then you have to, the answer should be this. Am I clear up to here? Any doubt? But listen carefully now. Now it is the largest 4-digit number. Clear? So largest 4-digit number. So what is the largest 4-digit? So you have to divide this number. Remainder is the last thing, remember, in LCM process. So you have to divide the largest 4-digit number. So what is the largest 4-digit number? This. अगर ये आपका इस largest 5-digit होता, आपको पता है क्या करना है? Clear? Home tax is you have to do 5-digit. Huh? So look over 364. So you'll assume this as a 300 dear. Clear? 350 approximate. So 350 will not go 3 times. It is 1050. Assume 350. 350 because it is a very close to 300, 350, yeah, 400 like this. So you'll assume this as a 350. So 350 into 3 times is 1050. More than that. So you can only do 2 times. 2, 4, 8, 2, 6, 12, carry 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Any doubt? Clear? So listen carefully, dear. 364, again 350 assume. So approximately is 2719. So I will take 6 times, okay? Not more than that. If it is not divisible, then I will increase the number. Am I clear? So 6, 4, 24, carry 2, 6, 6, 36, and 2, 38, carry 3, 6, 3, 18, 18 and 3, 21. I think we are getting more remainder, isn't it? Yeah, let's do it with 7, okay? Clear? We are getting more than 364 remainder. So let's do with the 7. So when you do with 7, clear? So 7, 4, 28, carry 2, 7, 6, 42, and 2, 44, carry 4, 7, 3, 21, 25. Isn't it? Check it, dear. 11, 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. Clear? And 6, 171. Any doubt? So now listen carefully. Very important approach here, okay? Approval, look over here now. Now this is this number when you divide, this is the extra thing. Remember, you cannot do the decimal point over here, okay? So whenever this is the extra thing, if I subtract this from here, it is exactly divisible, yes or no? Because a number is divisible by LCM, it is also divisible by that number. Clear? So now the answer is will be Therefore, the required number is, listen carefully, okay? Required number is equals to, suppose now you have to subtract this remainder first. So what is the remainder here? Up to here, any doubt? So this, yeah, divisible by 364. So if it is divisible by 361, means it is divisible by this number also automatically. Clear? Okay, now listen. But this is the exactly divisible. You are perfect that this is the exactly divisible by 364 or this number. But you need what? Remainder. So remainder is extra thing. So you should add that thing at last in the LCM process. While in the HCF process, we have to subtract because we need that number to be divisible. Am I clear? But while in the HCF, you have to add at last. So now tell me, it is what? 9 1 here, 9 minus 1 is 8. Clear? 9 minus 7 is here 2. Clear? 8. Yes or no? 9 plus 3. So your final answer is 9831. Any doubt there? Clear? Remainder you have to subtract. But now listen carefully. Same question I'll do next. Any doubt? So you know you have to do which digit there here in place of 4 digit. What you have to do? 5. Same question. Totally same. Exactly same. The home tax is largest 5 digit number. In that approach, you have to take 5 9. Clear? Now listen carefully. I'll add one page, okay? Which number is this? 13. So same as 13, whole question, but in place of largest, I'll do smallest 4 digit number, okay dear? Am I clear? क्वेश्चन क्या है आपका? हाँ, आगे का क्या था? लार्जेस्ट. हाँ, all process are same. The LCM is all are same. 364 up to here. Any doubt? All process are exactly same. Now I will divide this 364. So now take the smallest 4 digit number dear. Tell me the smallest 4 digit number. Very good. Now listen. 364 multiply with 2. So 248 dear. Any doubt? Here 2 6 12 carry 1 7 28. So now 10 8 2. Clear? Now here this is 9 2 here 7. Clear? And here also 2. Any doubt? Now listen carefully. Very important. So if you think that, sir, in the same as the previous question, I will subtract this to 272, then you are absolutely wrong. Because when you subtract now 10,000 to 1,000 to 272, it becomes 3 digit. Very important. But you need 4 digits. So whenever the word is small as dear, so what you have to do? What is the difference? That number you have to add. Am I clear? That number you have to add. That means if it is 2 times, you have to get a next multiple so that it should be of 4 digit. Am I clear? क्योंकि अगर आप सोचिए इसको अगर घटाएंगे तो ये नंबर एक भी घटाएंगे तो आपके पास कितना आएगा 3 डिजिट, पर आपको 3 डिजिट नहीं बोला है तो हाँ, इसलिए जब भी ऐसा होगा स्मॉलेस्ट थोड़ा चेंजेस है तो आपका नेक्स्ट मल्टीपल चाहिए तो उसके लिए क्या करना है आपको 364 में ये करना है, ये प्रोसेस करना है, ये घटाना है, ये नंबर घटाना है 272 उल्टा ये डिवाइडर में. एम आई क्लियर? So this is your 2 and this is your I think 9. Clear? Any doubt? So this number you have to add here. So you got it? Why? What I am doing actually this one? So actually I am getting a next multiple, not the with 2. I am getting a with 3. So 364 into 3 I am getting that number actually. Clear? So that means this number. So I will write therefore the smallest what? 4 digit रिक्वायर्ड लिखेंगे सीधा. रिक्वायर्ड स्मॉलेस्ट 4 डिजिट नंबर इज इक्वल टू आपका नंबर क्या होगा देखिएगा 1000 में आपको क्या ऐड करना है इसका डिफरेंस. सो आई एम राइटिंग द प्रोसेस एज वेल हियर. ओके बेटर सो दैट यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड लेटर. एम आई क्लियर? दिस प्रोसेस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट डियर द स्मॉलेस्ट में. बट दिस इज एग्जैक्टली डिविजिबल. yes or no? You are getting a next but you need what remainder in that question 3. वो तो आपको ऐड करना है लास्ट में. रिमाइंडर बोलने से। क्लियर? सो स्मॉलेस्ट में प्रोसेस क्या, यू आर नॉट सेट, हाँ स्मॉलेस्ट में यू आर नॉट सब्ट्रैक्टिंग अ divider remainder, otherwise it become more 3-digit number. So that's the reason why in that process the difference between the divider and the remainder whatever it comes you should add on this one. Actually we are finding a next multiple. Am I clear? ये प्रोसेस याद करना इम्पोर्टेंट नहीं. सो आपका एक बार फिर क्वेश्चन कीजिएगा 1000 प्लस 92 प्लस 3. सो आंसर इज 1095. आप ये से चेक करके देख सकते हैं दूसरा नंबर से. एम आई क्लियर? अच्छा, योर होम टास्क इज सेम क्वेश्चन इन प्लेस ऑफ 4 5 digit. You can do? Okay. Clear? You see the difference? A large is then you have to subtract the remainder and you have to add the last, whatever be the given remainder, you have to add at last. In smallest, you have to add what? The difference between the divider and the remainder. Clear? Okay. Look over. This is very easy question. Find the LCM of 404 and 96. Let's we find out the LCM. 404. Okay. So let's we do with the 2 dear first. 202. Again with 2. 101. Any doubt? Clear? So you cannot divide 101 dear. So 2. 2 4 8 2 8 16. 2 24. 2 12. 2 6. 2 3. Any doubt? So can we write dear 404 as a 2 square into 101 and 96 as a what? 2 to the power 5? Yes, 3. Okay, then what is the LCM? Okay, 2 to the power of 5 into 3 into 101. Yes or no? Okay, listen carefully. Dear, you know this one 2 to the 5 into 3. Yes or no? Here, आपके पास है तो यहाँ तो क्या लिख सकते हैं हम लोग 96 ना ऊपर में तो क्या है देखिए तो ये है ना you know the 2 to the 5 into 3 value here 96. Clear? So what I am doing here now in rough 101 into 96. Should I give another tricks? Okay. Okay, so look, can we do in this way? 101 times, yes or no? Actually, 96 into 101 times. So can we do this as a 96 into 100 is 9600 first, and then 1 times means 96. Isn't this answer? Now it's up to you, dear. You can do normally 6 into 1, 6060. Actually, 101 times in lower cases you should do in this way, no? Distributive law. 101 is 101 plus 1. So 96 into 100 is 9600, 96 1 96. That is simple. So this is the LCM. I am writing here only. Any doubt? So now what is the cases? What is the second question? But what? How? What, in what way? HCF into LCM equals to product of the number. Clear? So second part. The second part is your HCF into LCM is equals to what? Product of number. Yes or no? A into B. Let's write. Clear? So what is HCF as it is, dear? One tricks, listen carefully, Apurva. This type of tricks is very important. Okay. LCM, don't write this number, dear. Don't write this number. Whenever this type of question comes, write down LCM what you have obtained in prime factorization. वो लिखिएगा. Am I clear? Easy होगा. So this is a 2 to the power of 5 into 3 into 101. Am I clear this one, Apurva? And in A and B, write down the same. A and B also write down the same thing. So 2 into 101 and 2 to the power of 5 into 3. Why I am telling you? Because look over, if we write this into this number, then again cancelling it will take time. Yes or no? You should know the values. how it will cancel. Now you know how it is easily cancelable, yes or no? They were easily देख के cancel होगा. 2 5 यहाँ है, 2 5 cancel. Yeah, 3 3 cancel, 101 cancel. So that's why H is 4. Easy. One more thing, if you are smart, अगर आपको दिमाग लगाएंगे ना, एग्जाम में थोड़ी पता चलेगा एग्जामिनर को. सो हम होता, ये एक ट्रिक सिखा दिया. हम होता आपके पास HCF यहाँ लिखते हैं हम. LCM क्या था नंबर, अगर यही लिखना है तो 96 क्या है, 96. यहाँ पर क्या था A 96, और यहाँ पर क्या था 404. और H करके हम ये करता, देखो हम क्या कर रहे, समझा रहे. आई एम गिविंग यू द स्मार्टेस्ट cheating tricks. Up to here clear? So just know, you know how to, what is the HCF of this here from this method, you know very well. What is the HCF? इसको तो पता है ना आपको, क्या है 2 का स्क्वायर 4 होता है. सो विदाउट ऐसे करके 4 लिख दो, किसको पता चलेगा कि आपने नहीं काटा है. खत्म. समझा क्या बोला हम? आपको थोड़ी दिखाना है एक स्टेप, आपको प्रोसेस लगाना था. आप लगा लिया, आप 4 टाइम से काट दिया सीरा पूरा को. आपको कौन बोलेगा कि कैसे काटा है? ये हुआ स्मार्ट. वही तो आप अप्लाई तो वही किया ना. क्लियर? पर हम HCF एक्चुअली ये कितना से काट रहा वो नहीं देखा. हम HCF यहाँ से देखे वो लगा दिया, पर हम प्रोसेस वही लगाते. एग्जामिनर कोई भी मार्क्स नहीं काटेगा. एम आई क्लियर? सेम नहीं होगा. जो HCF आएगा इधर से उधर से वही तो आएगा. वही तो बोला इस तरह से चीट करना है. हाँ, कॉमन सेंस है ना, वहीं से तो आएगा HCF. तो चाहे whether you will go from this property or will go from prime factorization method, LCM never changes, it is unique. हाँ, this is the way. Clear? So next thing, click over it. So suppose, now listen carefully. Okay, now this is the concept of the HCF and LCM. Okay, now listen carefully. Suppose if you have blue and black pen, okay, two things dear. Clear? Mante, clear? So if I say that, see, suppose if in my hand I have a blue and black, clear? If I say in my right hand I don't have blue pen, then what you will say? What you can conclude? In my right hand, it is not of blue color. The definitely it is of black color. Obviously it is what? Black color. So that means if you have a two thing there, if it is not the one, so it is definitely the other one. This is the one cases. Am I clear? Okay, next. Clear? Next thing, suppose after that statement, suppose both have a black, it is not mentioned that or the outer cover is same. Clear? So if I say that, suppose let's assume that this is a black color pen, and if I write, look over here, it is a black. If I write and it found to be a white, suppose, so this is what? Wrong. So whatever my assumption is wrong. Am I clear? So listen carefully. Okay, again listen carefully. So better I'll give you the example of not blue and black, so that because I have mark here with white, let's consider white and yellow color. Clear? Suppose look over. Suppose I assume that this side, it will write with the white color. Am I clear? So there is only two color. Remember, the yellow and white. I am assuming that this side it will write. So now I am assuming this side it will write with white color. But if I have written over here, so it found to be what? Yellow. So whatever my assumption, that is what? Incorrect. What is what? That is incorrect. Our assumption, my assumption is incorrect. So if my assumption is incorrect and it's found to be yellow, so that means our first assumption is incorrect. That I can conclude that this is not the what? White. This is yellow. So this method is known as a contradiction method. So whenever you are assuming one thing, but it is not satisfying that assuming properties, so definitely it is the other thing. Am I clear? So listen carefully. So definitely a real number is divided into two parts, dear. One is a rational, another one is a irrational. So whenever to prove any number as a irrational, I'll use this method. So I'll assume that this number is not the irrational, this number is rational. and I'll find that it does not satisfy the properties of what this. Am I clear? So take any rational number, suppose 8 by suppose 6, suppose. So after cancelling, you are getting this format, yes or no? Because we know that every time when you express the answer, we'll write into this format after cancelling this one. Is there any common factor in this case? No common factor. So always remember the numerator denominator should, we always express our rational number in such a way that numerator denominator should be co-prime. Am I clear, Apurva? Clear? Okay. Now listen carefully. So now one thing also, another note, okay? Another note. Suppose P is a prime, okay? Suppose if P divides A square, then remember that P must divide A. I'll give you the example, okay, dear? Clear? Suppose this is 36. This is what? 36. 36 is divided by, suppose 36 is divided by one prime number, that is 2. Clear? So can we say that 36 is a what? 6 square? Yes or no? So if 36 is divided by 2, so isn't it this 6 is also divided by 2 automatically? So that's why if P divides A square, remember that P must divide A. Clear? Clear? So this is the cases. So look over. So whenever we are doing the root 2, so I am only teaching one part, that is a root 2. So you all processes are same only, okay? So if there is a root 3, root 5, clear? So then, so look over. So let us assume that a root 3 is a rational number. If you understand one question, you can easily solve for the other. It is same only. Clear? We are assuming that root 2 is a rational number. If it is a root 2 is a rational number, then root 2 can be expressed in the form of A by B, yes or no? Where B is not equals to 0. Clear? And also I am assuming that A and B are what, dear? Co-prime. Any doubt? After this, just cross multiply it. So can we write it is, yes. Co-prime means which do not have any common factor. HCF is 1. Just now I have told you, no? 8 by 6, when you cancel this, it is 4. There is no common factor. So when it has only one common factor. Am I clear now? Okay. No. No, 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 no. Yeah, like, then if I write 10 and 9, they are co-prime. Co-prime, that is, your concept is that twin prime. In twin prime, both should be a prime. Clear? Later I explain that one. Any doubt up to here? Okay. Now give this equation as a 1, okay? Not this one. Let's square this one first. Squaring both sides, you are getting A square is equals to what? 2B square. Any doubt? One more thing. Another note. So can we say that if we say that 2 divides 6, suppose 2 divides 6, isn't it? So why 2 divides 6? Because 6 has a factor 2. Clear? So remember that if x divides y, divides, I am not divisible. If say x divides y, so that means if y is divisible by x, so why it is y is divisible by x? Because y definitely contain, then y definitely contain some factor as a x. Am I clear? This is very important note. Just tell me why 10 is not divisible by 3? Because it does not have a factor 3. But if 10 is divisible by 2, dear, then 10 can be written as a 2 into certain values. So I am assuming this as a k. Am I clear now? चाहिए मुझे. Okay. Now. So look. So that means if a square contain 2 factor, yes or no? यहाँ पर 2 है उसके पास. देखिए तो. A square के पास क्या देखा? 2. So yeah, can we say that then 2 divides what? a square. And since 2 is prime, and I have given you one note that if p divides a square, then p must divide. Yes, then 2 must divide what? A. अगर 2 a को divide करेगा, so can we say that dear a के पास 2 है? समझ में आ रहा है आपको? नहीं समझ में आने से बोलना, क्योंकि ये क्वेश्चन आएगा आएगा। √3, √5, √7 एवरी ईयर आता है। क्लियर? a के पास 2 के ये यहाँ तक समझ में आया आपको? So now just you'll put these values over here, okay, in this equation 1. इसको 1 दो दो. So that means putting a is equals to 2k in 1. So what is the values? a का value अगर यहाँ पर put करेंगे, so you are getting a 2k whole square is equals to 2b square. So 4k square is equals to 2b square. So 2 cancel. So b square is equals to 2k square. Yes or no? Am I clear? So look over. Again b square as what, dear? 2. Same. So that means 2 divides what also then? Then also 2 divides b square. Then 2 must divide what? Yeah, 2 must divide b. अब ये तो उल्टा हो गया, तो हम लोग का assumption wrong हो गया. Because you see, because a and b are common, and that means a is also divisible by 2, dear. Here 2 also divide a, then 2 also divide b, then it implies that 2 is a common factor of a and b. Then how it can be co-prime? Yes or no? Because we have assumed that a and b are co-prime, but according to this method, we see that 2 is divisible 2 also, a also, and 2 is divides out also, b also. That means what we can conclude? 2 is a common factor of what? A and b. Then a and b cannot be prime assumption. So therefore, then 2 is a, we can say 2 is a common factor of a and b. So our assumption that a and b are co-prime is wrong. Hence, it is contradiction. ऐसे लैंग्वेज लिख देना आप, contradiction. Therefore, अगर contradiction हुआ, that means √3 जो रैशनल माना तो वो भी प्रोसेस क्या हम लोग का रॉन्ग है. अगर वो मानने के बाद हम लोग का दिस इज द मेथड, क्योंकि आपके पास 2 ही ऑप्शन है ना, रियल नंबर. हम क्या बोला था आपको? कोई भी नंबर क्या हो सकता है? रैशनल या फिर इरेशनल. येलो एंड व्हाइट का एग्जांपल दिया था. अगर ये नहीं है तो क्या हो गया? ऑटोमेटिकली इरेशनल हुआ. सो देयरफॉर √2 इज एन irrational. Am I clear? So you just keep on practicing √3, √5 ऐसा practice कीजिएगा. Any doubt? So last question, dear. Last, okay. Let's conclude it with this one, and later on we'll do the case study as well. Any doubt up here? Okay, you can do this type of question. So practice same method, this method only. These all are same method. Only the difference is here 3 will come, 3 is also prime. If 11 is also prime. Same concept. So here look over. So what problem? It is not the confusing. It is actually easy. Now you cannot, no, don't worry. You can do that one now. Just take the next class, then you'll never ever find that. You can easily identify that in this question, oh, I have to use HCF. In this question, I have to use LCM easily. I'll let you know in the next class. Forget about it. For the time being, we'll do only this question. In the next class, when you do what problem, you can easily, then any question you can take, you can easily go, oh, this question is from HCF. You can easily identify. Clear? Okay. So look over. Given that √5 is irrational, prove that 2 √5 minus 3 is an what? Irrational number. So whenever this is a 2 marks question, clear? So but this is given, dear. Clear? So look over. In this case also I will write let 2 root 5 minus 3. Whenever to prove any number as a irrational, you have to assume that let root 2 root 5 be as this as a what? Rational. Always you'll use this method, okay? Contradiction method. So I'll write 2 root 5 minus 3 is equals to a by b. Any doubt? Where b is not equals to 0 and a and b are co-prime. Clear? Actually, listen carefully. Clear? Actually, in this type of cases, the second part you don't have to write this also. Just remember that b should not be equals to 0. That's also be work. It is not necessary. Isn't it 8 by 6 is a rational number? It is the rational number. The main part is denominator cannot be 0. When I write into this form, that is the simplest form only. Am I clear? So look over. Up देखिए. So whenever this type of question comes there, Apurva, whenever this type of attached question plus minus is there, whatever with the irrational number, you know that out of them, if you separately do root 5 is irrational, you know that one. So that number keep separately. Am I clear? Other part you will put over there. So I will put 2 root 5 as it is over here. Then here a by b plus 3. Any doubt, Apurva? Always keep that irrational, perfect irrational number in one side. So then it will be b, it will be a plus 3b. So then it will be root 5. Very good. Now isn't it, Apurva, the b is not equals to 0, then 2b is also not equals to 0. How 2 multiplying with non-zero will give you the 0? Isn't it? So we can say that, clear, since b is not equals to 0, can we say that 2b is also not equals to 0? Yes or no? Got it this point? Take any non-zero number and multiply by 2, how you'll get 0? Because when you get a 0, then when it should be a 0. And 2 is a non-zero number and b is also non-zero number. So you never ever get the multiple of 2 non-zero as a 0. Clear? So that means, isn't it from this part, you are writing a root 5 in the form of numerator and denominator where denominator is not 0. Clear? Approve, any doubt? Clear? So here we can say that therefore root 5, clear, can be written in the form of what? A plus 3b by 2b. So okay, look over, okay, Apurva. So look over, last 2 minutes only. Okay, look over. 2b is not equals to 0. Up to here, clear? Now if a irrational number, if denominator is not equals to 0, clear, that means root 5 is a rational, yes or no? If denominator is not equals to 0, then root 5 is what? Then root 5 is rational number, which is contradiction. How root 5 can be rational number? Am I clear, Apurva? This is just of 2 marks only. Contradiction. Yes, this is the process. Hence, what? 2 root 5 minus 3 is irrational number. So whenever you find any number to prove as a irrational, you always apply this method. Always apply contradiction method. Clear? Always a rational, you'll definitely find some contradiction. Any doubt? Okay, that means that's all for today class. In the next class, we'll do what problem. So don't worry about it. You'll definitely easily obtain the 6 marks from this one. Clear? The what problem is very easy. Just make sure that you should know when there is a number, if you need a smaller dear, so it means factor. A factor means HCF. When you need anything as a bigger means a multiple, you have to do the LCM. That's it. If you go with this, stuck with this concept, any what problem can be easily solved. Then we'll discuss in the next class. Am I clear? Now, whatever we have done, that type of question, you'll solve all questions from here. Any reference book or past year PYQs, buy one your sample paper as well as Also by your past year PYQs paper, okay, of Aryan or any other book. Clear? Okay, thank you so much. Yeah, yeah, no problem, dear. It's same only. Same only. You can take any other book. Okay, thank you. Okay, good night.